I'm Anya Wulu.
And I'm Ellen Munschauer. Welcome back to Johnnie Bennie Campus News, CSB-SJU's weekly news show, filling you in on what's going on around campus. Last Friday, St. John's University held a dedication ceremony for the renovation of the Alcuin Library and Learning Commons Edition. Our reporter Emily Webster was there to gather comments on the renovations thus far.
Hi, this is Emily Webster reporting for Johnnie Bennie Campus News at the Alcuin Library and Dietrich Reinhardt Learning Commons dedication. This dedication ceremony marks the completion of St. John's University's Forward Ever Forward campaign and celebrates the opening of Alcuin Library after its renovations and the Dietrich Reinhardt Learning Commons edition. Launched in 2013, this $160 million campaign has been the most ambitious for St. John's University. Today at the dedication, there was distinguished members from St. John's University's community here to bless the rooms that were donated for students' education here on campus. I'm here with Kathy Parker, the Director of Libraries here at St. Ben's and St. John's. With the opening of Alcuin Library and the new Dietrich Reinhardt Learning Commons, what have you seen thus far this semester regarding changes in student behaviors with the library?
So what we've seen most dramatically is just an increase in the number of people that come to our space. And I think people are coming, first of all, because it's comfortable, it's attractive, it's beautiful, but mostly we designed this space for students to learn and to learn from each other, to learn from the past and the collections that we have here, to learn from the experts in this building. But I think the dream that Brother Dietrich had of making a library that would feed the imagination for people has come true, and that students feel that energy and they're coming in here to exactly do the kinds of things that he imagined.
This was a great ceremony, dedication to the new spaces and the renovations. And what do you think the significance of how the dedication took place is?
Well, it starts with gratitude and the acknowledgement that a project like this is not one individual's vision, not one individual's hard work or effort, but in fact, so many people having a contribution to making this project happen. I think it helped reinforce the fact that this library is the community room for our community.
I'm here with Dr. Richard Ice, the Provost for St. Ben's and St. John's. And looking back at St. John's campaigns in the past, what was particularly significant about this campaign?
Well, this campaign brought a lot of change to the college campus. The athletic fields have changed. Also, it brought a lot of money for scholarships for students, which I think is really important for our students to be able to afford the experience here. But this library and learning commons is, for me, the key spot, because it is a central part of the academic enterprise here. And the fact that we have so many students coming in here and using this as an academic hub, I think is great. Already in the first month, we have seen between 2.5 and 3 times the number of people coming into this Alcuin Library as did before it was renovated. So we built it and they came, and I think the students are finding uses for this space.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Emily reporting for Johnnie Bennie Campus News.
Thanks, Emily. We look forward to seeing what St. John's and St. Ben's has planned next.
St. Ben's celebrated Benny Day on Thursday, and St. John's celebrated Johnnie Day on Friday. This is a great time to celebrate our school pride as Bennies and Johnnies. Our reporter Andrew Breyen was at Sexton Bus Stop to talk to students about Johnnie Day.
Hi, I'm Andrew Breyen with Johnnie Bennie Campus News. I'm out here at Sexton Bus Stop today to talk to some Johnnie representatives about what Johnnie Day means to them and how the Johnnie community comes together. Let's go see what they have to say.
Yeah, Johnnie Day to me is just something that we've really been trying to increase in terms of popularity this year. It's something to bring all Johnnies together and celebrate the tradition and community that we have here.
Yeah, I think it's really important that we emphasize all of the good characteristics that Johnnies have. We're a family here, and I think it's important that we take a day to recognize all the great Johnnies that are on this campus.
Yeah, just kind of going off what these gentlemen were saying, it's a day to really celebrate Johnnies in general and really bringing everyone together with an event like tonight. the barbecue from 5 to 7 in Guild Hall. It's going to be great, but really celebrating Johnnies on our campus and celebrating all the great things that they do.
So what kind of things have you guys been doing today, like and around campus and things like that?
Well, we're sporting these awesome T-shirts, which is new to Johnny Day this year, as well as handing out Johnny bread at the Sexton bus stop.
Yeah, and like Jacko said, this event from 5:30 to 7 is another new thing that we're doing this year, kind of a little pilot project that we decided to fund to see if we could get all of us together for a little meal to, like we said earlier, kind of celebrate what it means to be a Johnny.
Cool. All right, thanks guys.
Thanks, Andrew.
Also last Friday, JEC released the performer for this year's fall concert. Trevor Christensen, known by his stage name Said the Sky, will be coming to campus. He is an electronic dance music producer, DJ, and musician, and he will be performing in the HCC Fieldhouse at 9 p.m. on Saturday, October 28th. Tickets are free to students.
As most of you know, Long Weekend begins this Saturday and runs through October 17th. While students are strongly encouraged to use this time to return home and spend time with family or loved ones, for students wishing to stay on campus, you must fill out a Long Weekend Notice of Stay online. The form can be found on the CSB-SJU Residential Life Housing Portal. Today is the deadline to submit the form.
If you are looking to get an FAE credit before leaving for Long Weekend, the CSB-SJU Wind Ensemble and Symphonic Band have a performance in Escher Auditorium tonight at 7:30.
After Long Weekend, the CSB-SJU Theater Department begins performances of Nathan the Wise. This play, directed by Karin Johnston, runs from October 19th through the 24th in the Coleman Theater. This is an FAE and tickets are only $5 for students. The play is set in Jerusalem in the year 1192. Nathan, a Jew, raised a Christian infant according to good moral principles rather than a specific religion, so she may decide for herself the true religion. When the ruling sultan asks, which religion is the most beloved by God, Nathan finds a way to answer him. This 240-year-old play is being produced in part to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Collegeville Institute.
Last Friday, SJU took on Augsburg for this year's homecoming game. For an overview, we go to Haley Myron with our Sports Roundup.
Thanks, Ellen. This is Haley Myron reporting for Johnnie Bennie Campus News with this week's Sports Roundup. The St. John's soccer team won in a 1-0 shutout against Minnesota Morris on Sunday, October 8th. Freshman midfielder Paul Wadsworth put another goal in the back of the net on Sunday, making this the 4th consecutive game Wadsworth has scored. And this time, it was the winning goal. Junior midfielder Zach Boren and junior defender Rene Cabrera assisted Wadsworth's goal. The Johnnies currently sit 2-2-2 in the Myah and 4-5-2 overall. The team's next matchup is tonight at 7 p.m. against non-conference Wisconsin Superior at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex in Superior, Wisconsin. The St. John's football team has won again. The Johnnies started out up 14-3 at halftime and came out the second half ready to widen their lead. SJU gained 35 unanswered points in a 49-3 win over Augsburg on homecoming. Senior running back Dusty Kruger had 138 of the 305-yard rushing total and scored 3 of the touchdowns for SJU. Senior wide receiver Evan Clark scored 2 touchdowns during the homecoming game. Junior safety Max Jackson scored his 2nd defensive touchdown of the season when Clark broke up a pass and Jackson got the ball. On the defensive side, freshman linebacker Danny Petruzowski led the Johnnies in tackles again this week with 8 tackles. Senior defensive lineman Matt Hobby had 2 tackles and a forced fumble. The Johnnies are now 3-1 in the Myah and 5-1 overall. SJU travels to face Carleton for a 1 p.m. game this Saturday, October 14th in Northfield. The St. Benedict volleyball team has been having a successful 2017 season with an overall record of 12-6. The Blazers broke their 7th straight winning streak with a loss against Northwestern at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire Invite. CSB started the 2 non-conference matches with a win against University of Wisconsin Stout, but ended the day losing 3-1 against Northwestern. This was CSB's first loss since September 20th. In the first game, CSB beat UW Stout 25-21, 25-17, and 25-22. First-year middle blocker Madison Weiss finished with 10 kills and 7 block assists. Junior outside hitter Liz Schultz had 8 kills, 13 digs, and senior setter Megan Pekarik had 36 assists. In the second matchup against Northwestern, Weiss hit .429 with only 1 attack error, and had 7 block assists, but Carrick had 45 assists. The Blazer volleyball team returns to Myah play tonight as it heads to take on Augsburg in Minneapolis. That's all for this week's Sports Roundup. I'm Haley Myron with Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Back to you, Ellen and Anya.
Thanks, Haley.
To wrap up today's episode, we go to our reporter, Myah Christensen, who attended the St. John's Senate meeting this past Monday to collect thoughts for students regarding their concerns on recent happenings in St. Joseph.
This is Myah Christensen here with Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Tonight I'm here with Father Doug after the St. John's Senate Student Forum. Now, Father Doug, with the amount of backlash received from the students, does the CSB-SJU administration plan to handle this situation any differently?
Well, I think what we've done is we've listened to students. We came here to listen and take note of what things are going on. There seems to be a lot of misunderstandings of what's going on. I think there's a need for greater communication, and so that's what we're seeking to increase, to improve.
Tonight I'm here with Angeliette Thomas after the St. John's Senate Forum. Now, Angeliette, how do you feel about the turnout from the students at the Senate meeting?
I thought it was a really big turnout, and that's great and everything. I just wanted them to have that same energy and the same turnout when there's different issues that I would say is a lot more important than alcohol consumption and things such as that. So not to take away from what they were doing, but to inform them that they should have that same turnout and energy towards issues that are far more important.
I'm here tonight with Senators Alex Modeas and Gerald Torres. Now, Gerald, how do you feel about the turnout of students for this Senate meeting?
I think this was a great turnout, and I hope that more people are interested in not just this topic, but many other topics are affecting our community. And I believe that more people need to come out and express themselves to the Senate, because we are, as someone said, that mouthpiece for the students' voices. So thank you for everyone who showed up tonight, and hope to see you in many more meetings.
I was very proud to see all the students show up. I have a number of different thoughts. As far as the police mistreating students in town, I think that is unbelievably unacceptable, and that was addressed, and I think that was a great thing for administration and the students to hear. I think it's clear that students have a concern and they care for our community, and our FRs, our RAs, life safety, the fire department, they truly and clearly care about our community.
Thank you both. This was Myah Christensen reporting for Johnnie Bennie Campus News.
Thanks, Myah. We will be looking into the response. I'm Anya Wulu.
And I'm Ellen Munschauer. Enjoy the rest of your week and make sure to check back next week with Johnnie Bennie Campus News.